said that this marathon was supposed to be specifically for the Universal Monsters, and it still is. However, since this is spooky season, and I have a lot of horror movies to catch up on anyway, including stuff that's coming out literally in just a couple weeks, yeah, I might as well throw this into this marathon, because it still technically counts as a Monster-Mania, because, well, there's still about some kind of monster, whether it's human or inhuman. So, that's why we are in color for this particular installment, and why we're going to be in color for the next 11 videos you're about to see on this channel. Yes, 11. I literally watched that many horror movies and put out that many written reviews. Now, obviously, I didn't do them all today. I did, like, half yesterday and half today, but needless to say, there's still a bit to talk about. Some are going to be a bit longer than others, depending on how much there is to actually talk about. And unlike with the Universal Monster films, these are going to be spoiler-free. I'm not going to go super in-depth about the story or the plot twists or anything among that nature. So, without further ado or delay, let's dive in. What's up? What's happening? What's going on? Everybody, welcome back to Animation Station, which is for anything and everything animation, including monster films. I am your host and local monster fan, Jackson Small. Welcome back to 31 Days of Horror Monster-Mania. Welcome to the color segment of our 31 Days of Horror Monster-Mania to talk about some recent horror movies that have released this year. Let's start with a movie that literally just came out yesterday, with the Paramount Plus exclusive movie Vicious, starring Dakota Fanning. Now, usually that would either be seen as something to bewilder or something to be terrified of. Because this is a streaming movie, barely anyone's talking about it. Doesn't really seem like the recipe for success, right? Well, it kind of isn't, and also kind of is. It's a little weird to articulate, but what I will say is that this movie is not bad. Like, it has some really weird things about it, and I do think it's overall below average, but it is not bad, and it's for one big reason. Dakota Fanning is amazing in this movie as this character. What was the character's name again? As Polly. She is incredible as Polly in this movie, because she has to do so much different acting and different emotions all throughout the movie, and she carries a grand majority of it through just her performance. Like, she is, without a doubt, the star of the movie, and for those that do decide to watch it, it is a really, really good performance from her that definitely helps make the movie at least a little more watchable. Problem is, that's kind of where the positives mostly end, and the rest is mostly mixed to negative. But like I said, it's not a bad movie, and it's more gripes than actual, like, big problems. So, yeah, let's just get straight into the written review. While it has a great central lead performance by Dakota Fanning, some solid suspenseful tension, and a very fascinating concept, even though, I mean, we've done the haunted object storyline before, it's one of the more unique takes on it. It unfortunately is all wasted by lackluster execution, which unfortunately has become way too common with streaming movies in particular. The rest of the characters and their acting is absolutely bland. It's way too long at over 90 minutes long. It's not 2 hours, but it still feels too long. Pacing is slow to the point of being outright painful as she continuously goes down this haunted rabbit hole. It is not scary in the slightest. It's more of a thriller than an actual horror, even if it calls itself a horror, which is a lie. And most damning of all, the writing is absolutely horrid, as it struggles to tell anything even remotely resembling a competent narrative all the way through. The writing in this movie is what sinks this movie the most. It is terrible. It is the one big problem with this movie that I cannot forgive. When the writing is this bad and the dialogue is this just, well, dumb, yeah, I'm not going to give you slack for that, especially when you're supposed to be a deep, serious thriller. If your writing sucks, then pretty much any thrillers you have go right down the drain with it. Fanning really did the best that she could to carry it, but not even she, as much as she tries, could save this obvious streaming service filler. I don't know what it is about Paramount, but for some reason they have a really hard time finding original streaming movies that aren't crap. So, I don't know. It's a very weird instance, and again, the movie literally just came out, so maybe if I rewatch it again another time, it might be able to work better for me, but as it is for right now, the highest verdict that I can give to this movie after watching it for the first time is a 4 out of 10. It is not bad, but it is below average and nowhere close to good because of the terrible writing, which sinks the whole thing. And again, it's a shame because Dakota is so great in this movie that she almost single-handedly saves this movie. Like, if the writing wasn't such a train wreck, this would be a 5 or even a 6 just because of her performance. But, because the writing sucks so bad, unfortunately I can't be super nice to it. Sorry. And that's it. That's all I've got for this review. Thank you guys so much for watching. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this almost every single day. Feel free to hit the hype button if you so desire for getting this higher up in the algorithm. And I'll see you guys next time for the next movie we gotta talk about, which is actually really good. And it's a review that is very long overdue. Earlier this year we talked about Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. And next time, we catch up with the Pooniverse with Bambi the Reckoning.